Marshmallow Fanboy back with another review, this time of Snake Eyes and Timber, Alpha Commandos, and just Snake Eyes and Timber, the second version of this series. This one is numbered 30, this one is numbered 52. Both of them are a box set. The Snake Eyes and Timber that come in the second package have redeco, but they're essentially the same, I believe. There's no window, but if you turn to the back, you can see that he's outfitted with all of the same equipment, except maybe I see the sword on this one, but not on that one. So that one might be more of a 1982 sort of release, and this might be more of a, because he has the mask and everything, might be more of a, I don't know if it was 84 or 85. He came out with the silver mask and Timber for the first time. But it seems like it mimics those, except for kind of, the camouflage pants and the I don't know what you would call that, kind of the scarf or something. Either way, let's see, there's a throwing star hand on this one. This one just looks like it has more stuff to it than this one did. Though, see, there's no list for what's on there or anything. I don't know if I'm missing anything, but seems like this one only came with the 4 weapons, the clip, and the knife, and that one comes with 5 weapons, 2 extra sets of hands, the knife, the sword in the sheath, the sort of the scarf, and Timber has an extra portrait here and an extra portrait there, so nothing extra there. So 1 extra weapon, 2 extra hands, an extra sword, and an extra sort of scarf around his head. So it's pretty straightforward for the first one. Has that sort of unhelpful image on the back. Doesn't really have any cross promotion. Doesn't really tell you what to look for in stores. Has the really cool artwork. It's just really nice. But on the front, that artwork is doesn't really stand out too much. It's a little bland. It's really cool on the side, but on the back maybe should have had a little bit more. It should have been a little brighter, I think. Has the code on the side and everything. That's how that is. Of course, number 52 came out during the paperless period. Has kind of a cool portrait, even though he kind of looks like a cobra bat and doesn't really look like anything. It's kind of not great artwork on the side. The front, I like the artwork a lot. That's pretty cool. And on the back, it gives you kind of an accounting of what's in there. So these two are cool. I was always going to get them. I think I didn't get the second one because it was a repaint and I didn't super need it. I had the first one, but I'd never opened the first one. And the second version was super on sale during the holidays. So I just felt like for, I think, $15 or something, it was too good to not grab it. And so I did. But it leaves me with an opportunity to open 2 Snake Eyes and 2 Timbers and compare them and show you guys the difference. So let's get it done, man. Let's see how we feel about these two when they're open. Okay, now that they're out of the package, let's take a closer look at the first version of Snake Eyes and the second version of Snake Eyes. First, I understand the intention of the first one was to make one that was very close to the original action figure. I mean, minus Timber, he's pretty much the same mask and the same sort of accessories. Doesn't have the satchel charge that the original had, but certainly in the 25th anniversary one had this sort of striated texture that Beachhead had also. And it looks very geared up, closer to the 25th anniversary one, and a lot closer to the original. And with the second one, I feel like they were going for that second release with Timber, where he had the sword. The first version of the figure, he had no sword. There wasn't anything ninja about him. He just had an Uzi and a satchel charge. And the second one had the sword and timber. And the grenades across the chest, which is a really nice touch. And the visor. It was the first one that came with that silver visor. So I understand the point of the second one was to sort of make one that was like that, except that the camo pants suck. The green pants kind of suck. If it had been all black, but maybe a different texture or something, that would have been okay. Because definitely on the second version, they don't have the striated material, and there are differences in the thing. So if it's reuse, it's not a direct repaint. There are definite differences. The pants might be the same, maybe, except for maybe the kneecaps, and I'm not absolutely sure. The boots have a point of difference. The laces go up on that one. There's no laces on this one that go up the boot, but there are laces on the boot, and this one has laces on the boot. It's a little pedantic, but this one has a one holder with the knife. This one has one holder with the knife, but it has two straps. That one has one strap. You can kind of do this all day and kind of pick at the differences and things. It's not a direct repaint, but it is a really nice sort of homage to that second release of Snake Eyes from the original series. I think it was 84, 85 that second figure came out, and that figure sort of became sort of the definitive one, kind of erasing the standard Snake Eyes with the smaller black visor and the all black deco, and just a very simple figure. Added being a ninja and added a lot of accessories. Timber likewise has two versions. He has the gray and white and just the white, and I'm not sure if there's sort of a comic book significance or a action figure significance. I remember the gray one came with this one, but I don't remember a white one. But I know that there have been some previews exclusive statues, and one came out with Snake Eyes and Timber, and it was recently recolored. So one is gray and one is white, I believe. So I don't know. It could be something. It could be nothing. Now let's take a quick look at the accessories. For the original, we just have an extra rifles and a head for Timber. For Snake Eyes, I have a pistol and the silencer through the hole here, and the knife in its sheath over here, and I have him armed with the Uzi. Nothing on his back. So those were the only accessories, were those. The silencer fits on the pistol, that fits on his hip, and it also fits on the Uzi. So very cool. As for the second version, he comes with also an alternate portrait for Timber. I have one that's docile on and one that's kind of ferocious on. This one is a sort of a kerchief that came with Stalker. I don't know if it came with this version of Snake Eyes first. This is kind of an arrow thing. It came with the Alley Viper. I don't know if it came with the Alley Viper first or Snake Eyes first. There is a sort of a hand, a signaling hand, and a throwing star hand for Snake Eyes. Throwing star hand is super cool. And it has a rifle and another automatic weapon. And the weapons that he has for the second version are different from the ones from the first version. So if you have the first version and the second version, you have 4 different rifles. These are the first version and figure set number 30, and this one is set number 52. And of course, it comes with the arrow launcher also. Also, both Snake Eyes come with the pistol on their hip and the space for the silencer and a knife, all of which the second version of Snake Eyes is wearing. I armed him with a sword, something that the first version appropriately didn't come with. Like I said, didn't come with it originally. I did put the Uzi in his hand, and I put the Uzi in his other hand over here. The Uzi was his original weapon. And I put the sword sheath right on his back, which I thought was really cool. It has a nice kind of gray grain and then sort of a silver. It does have the Rashikaji logo on the sword sheath, and of course the Rashikage logo, I think, on the belt buckle. It looks like it is. If it's just a grid, that's my fault. But these figures are really good. I wish that there hadn't been green pants on the second version. I wish it'd been black pants, but maybe a different texture or something like that. I wish they'd been colored alike. You know, I wish that the details on here were silver to match the visor, but also to match the original figure, which had the silver visor, had a silver bandolier with the grenades, and that was cool. And all the deco on these that are green could have been silver. That would have been cool. And the stuff that was maybe green could have been just black or a very dark gray. You know, there could have been a little bit of a difference between them. But I think that most collectors would have understood that they weren't simply repaints, but they were two versions of the figure that came out in the 80s. The two preeminent versions, the two versions that people keep drawing, people keep retranslating, people keep enjoying, is those two versions. There have been other versions, and certainly this new one with all the gear might be the new preeminent kind of version. The 25th anniversary had a ton of gear also. But I understand what they were kind of going for when they released both of these. So I did sort of view it as a repaint, and I was kind of irritated about that, and they came out pretty close together. So I just didn't get it. But when I look back, I'm glad that I had an opportunity to purchase it, because they are really good figures, and I do understand what they were trying to do with the figures. I just don't maybe understand like completely the execution of it. But these are great additions to the collection. Timber is very articulated, though I couldn't really move the neck around a little bit, but you could probably look for other people who've posed him out better. But I you know, he's four-legged. It's hard to make him stand on all fours, but I did the best I could. So hopefully you've got these, and if you don't have these, hopefully these are cheap now and you can just pick them up at your leisure. So until next time, enjoy your toys.